Hello to everyone, my name is Gregor and welcome to our new analysis surfing the Elliott waves, where I'll look at some of the most interesting developments for this week. This video has been brought to you by Orbex. I will look at the Euro, Cable, Aussie, S&P 500, Gold, and also a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, as you know, stock market is in a risk-off mode, so US dollar is coming to the upside, and the Euro dollar is also coming nicely lower as well. So I think that we are in a corrective pullback. The only question is where and how deep this correction will unfold. But I still think that at some point we will see a new major recovery for the euro. But for now, we are still not there yet. For now, we are observing a higher degree ABC drop as our primary wave count. So here I'm looking for a leading diagonal to be in wave A, meaning more weakness can occur after a wave B rally. Now, if we can close today above this trend line resistance, above this wedge line, then I think that higher degree ABC rally can be in play for 109.30, 1.10 is then the resistance area. If suddenly, let's say, market will resume straight to the downside and broke this towards, let's say, towards 107 level, then I'm afraid that maybe we are already in impulsive wave C here as part of a flat correction, which could be our alternate count. Okay, so no matter how I look at it, I still think that euro is in a counter trend movement and that market could resume higher as soon as stock market will also stabilize. But unfortunately, we are not there yet. But in September, maybe we will see some new changes in cycles. Okay, but before we go maybe to the S&P 500, let me also show you cable here. So cable is coming nicely to the downside. It broke this trend line resistance, so I'm afraid that 5 waves up are done and that we are now in a corrective phase. So very strong, very interesting next zone could be definitely this previous swing highs and this swing low support here at 1.23 level. So these levels, in my opinion, could be retested, and then we either are going to see a bounce from there or move to the downside. So that area is going to be very, very important in the next few weeks. But for now, I still will stick then with a bearish view to retest that area around 1.23 level, maybe 1.24. So I will remain bearish, but still think that this wave could be a little bit more complex, especially if stock market will maybe just keep moving sideways or chop it till the non-farm payrolls report on Friday. Then even cable could see some recovery here. If we can break out of this channel, then I think that resistance higher ones at 1 to 750, 1 to 8 could be retested, and that's my next important area for a new sell-off. But as I said, if maybe just dollar will keep moving higher, and let's say that 125 is broken, then I'm afraid that waves is already underway towards 124, 123 area. Now let's take a look on Aussie. So Aussie is in downtrend. It's very weak because, as you know, China is not doing well. Chinese yuan is trading to the downside. And even if you look closely here, a three wave rise has formed last week from that August lows. So in my opinion, that's a counter trend movement that already stopped at the previous swing lows. So this wave three was a key resistance, but even if we fall back below this previous swing low here at 64.57, so I think that we will see more weakness either straight from here, or even if we see another retest of 65 levels for a more complex wave 4, my opinion, still this is going to be the corrective rally. So I'm looking for this to be a correction within downtrend. Higher we go, much stronger can be the resistance. The one of the reasons why I think that as you could see more downside here is definitely the S&P 500. If you look here closely, what has happened last week is it was a very nice, very strong sell-off here from that 4480 area. What's important is that move into that area has been in 3 waves, but since we have seen a very nice rebound over the last few sessions, my assumption is that this could be a little bit more complex, tricky for wave B. Could be a triangle, could be even in the higher degree some kind of a flat correction or WXY for wave B. But in either case, because this first leg unfolded in 3 waves, I think that this downtrend is still incomplete for stocks, and the S&P 500 could actually retest and even break these levels here. So whenever risk off is ready to resume, maybe we'll have to wait till Friday, who knows. That's when also dollar could see much more upside. So because I have a bearish look here for us for the S&P 500, I think that Aussie could also see much more weakness. Also watch out this swing resistance when it goes back from June and July. Looks like a very strong zone. So when even if we retest these swing highs from last week, I still think this could be a very strong resistance. Also, let's take a look on gold. So gold is currently some kind of a choppy price action here, could unfold going forward because we haven't really seen any significant breakdown despite breaking these June lows. We are coming now back into this mid-range. So maybe wave B is still going to unfold more complex correction, but looking at the higher degree cycle here from September 2022 lows, that was a very nice 5 waves up. And we know that after 5 waves up, market makes an ABC correction. So this correction could later on send prices back to the upside. But if you look closely here from that recent highs, is really not a completed correction yet. Of course, wave B maybe could be finished here, as you can see, alt labeling. Then wave C should see more weakness, okay, straight from here. But if wave B goes a little bit more complex, then we will have to wait on this deeper support to be retested maybe later this year. So no matter how I look at it, I still think that gold is in uptrend, but unfortunately this correction here from that May highs is still ongoing. So watch out for much better support to be around 1800. Now finally, let's take a look on Bitcoin. So now when the US dollar is coming to the upside with the higher US yields, when the market is in a pullback, stock market during these summer thin trading conditions, cryptos are also in retracement mode. So what we are looking here, temporary ABC drop. So wave B moved to a new high, but only for a temporary period of time. And normally when that's the case, ideally it belongs to irregular formations. So it could be a triangle, could be a flat. Okay, so I'm looking for now to be potentially a triangle. So wave C is approaching these very strong key support levels around 25,000 down to 24,000. So that's also the swing highs from the previous trading. So I think, and swing lows obviously. So I think that this is a very strong level, but still watch out for potential spikes below that wave A, especially in the near term. If stocks will come to the downside, I think that even cryptos could potentially see more weakness. Actually, cryptos are not moving much for the last week or so. Normally, when that's the case, after that very strong drop that we have seen here 2 weeks back or so, I think that this represents a correction within the current intraday weakness. So that's why we should be aware that maybe wave C could retest. Really, maybe 24,000 is the next support level. Now, from a confirmation point of view, let's say that you're intraday short-term trader, you maybe should wait on a bounce in 5 waves here from that key support area to make sure that wave C has bottomed. Then, of course, you could be looking to enter the trade, to enter longs on pullbacks, because you will specifically know where you will be wrong if the wave C will really show you the evidences of a bottom. If you're maybe more, let's say, like a longer term investor, then you will just observe these strong levels, 24,000 all the way back to 20,000 for potential new entries on the way up. Okay, traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video and talk to you soon. Bye.